Hey mama, you're listening to the Resting in Motherhood podcast with your host and new motherhood BFF, Brittni Maya. I'm a certified infant sleep specialist, but more importantly, I'm a mama navigating my own motherhood journey right alongside you. So join me weekly as we discuss the real, raw, and relatable truths of motherhood. We'll touch on everything from the ugly and difficult things we think but are afraid to say out loud, to the beautiful moments that uplift us and bring us so much joy in motherhood. So go ahead, take a deep breath, embrace the chaos, and join me for heartwarming conversations that'll leave you feeling understood, inspired, and ready to tackle whatever motherhood throws your way. Hello, and welcome to the Resting in Motherhood podcast. Welcome to a safe space where we're really just going to chat and share about the all-encompassing role we share as mothers. This podcast is for you if you're feeling lonely in motherhood, if you're feeling stuck, or even like you're just not enjoying motherhood. And it's also for you if you're in an amazing season of motherhood. It's for you if you just had your baby. It's for you if you're expecting. It's for you if you have a toddler. It's for all of us, wherever we are at in our motherhood journey, whatever season we are in. I want us to feel less alone in our motherhood journeys, and I really want us to find confidence and rest in our role as mothers. To me, resting in motherhood is both figurative and literal. I want us to find more actual rest and also feel the freedom to rest in confidence and peace about the choices we are making and the journey we are on. So let's get to know each other. I'm a solo mama to an amazingly fun and spirited 4-year-old who's 4 going on 18. She's the whole reason I'm here doing what I do. She flipped my life upside down in the best possible way. It's funny because if you asked my family 10 years ago if I would be a good mom, they would have probably laughed in your face. I'm not kidding. And now here I am, fully embracing my role of mother and loving almost every minute of it. I mean, motherhood grabbed a hold of me so tight that it fundamentally changed me and how I see the world. Motherhood is now the biggest piece of my identity, and I'm proud of that. Not only am I a mama in my personal life, but my whole career is built on supporting new moms, new families, and educating them. I'm a certified infant and toddler sleep specialist, and that happened because of, you guessed it, my daughter. You see, I had all of these visions of how sleep was going to go with her, and then she came to this world and said, haha, no, Mom, this is not the way we are doing things. I had so much stress those first few months about her sleep. I was constantly feeling like a failure until I realized that I could shut out the noise, tune into my daughter, and do what worked for us. And our whole sleep journey is a tale for another day, which I will cover on another episode of the podcast, so you can stay tuned for that. This journey, though, led me down the path of investigating biologically normal infant sleep and alternatives to sleep training, which ultimately led me to getting my baby-led sleep and well-being certification, and then ultimately starting my business, Resting in Motherhood. As a certified infant sleep specialist, I help families maximize sleep in their home, all while being responsive and respectful to their children. I'm passionate about making motherhood and parenthood in general easier and more enjoyable for new parents and toddler parents. I'm also passionate about educating families on what biologically normal infant and toddler sleep looks like, as well as encouraging them to make educated choices about what is going to work best for their unique family. I wholeheartedly believe that there is no specific right way to do things. It's all about doing what works best for our family. The noise from the outside can be so loud, and I truly want to help parents tune out that noise and do what works for them. Some might call me crunchy, maybe a little bit woo-woo or radical, but in all honesty, I'm just here to shine a light on the BS mainstream parenting crap that gets shoved down our throats. I love working one-on-one with families and connecting with them, but I'm so excited to have this podcast. It's going to allow me to dig deeper into all things motherhood. Yes, I will touch on sleep, but I'm really here to be your best friend through motherhood, your confidant and trusted friend, to have those deep conversations that we all have in our heads, but are often too afraid to say out loud. I want us to revel in motherhood, the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. My motherhood journey has been a wild ride in these first 4 years, and I want to share the mistakes, wins, highs, lows, and everything about motherhood with you that I've learned along the way. I had so much doubt in the beginning. I look back and I want to cry thinking about that new mama. She was so insecure, so nervous, so anxious and focused on doing everything, quote, perfectly, that she missed out on what should have been a beautiful postpartum experience. That version of me is so drastically different to who I am now. Now I'm confident in my role as a mom, and I'm not afraid of doing motherhood in my own unique way, even if that means judgment and weird looks from people from the outside. You see, along this journey, one of the biggest gifts my daughter has given me was learning to trust myself and shut out the outside noise. She didn't come with a manual, but she sure as hell showed me along the way that we could do it, just the two of us. Not looking to the internet, not looking to Facebook groups, not feeling like I needed to listen to advice that didn't sit well with me. And I've gotten to such a confident place about doing what works for us without worrying about what others are going to think. I'm doing things the way I want to, and no one is going to make me feel bad about it. And that's why I'm here. I want you to walk in your motherhood journey with that same confidence. I want you to know that you're not alone in your motherhood journey. Motherhood is the hardest thing I've ever done, and I'm sure it's the hardest thing you've ever done. And at the end of the day, none of us actually know what we are doing. We're all just learning as we go. But I don't want you to suffer through motherhood feeling like you're all alone. I don't want you to feel weird or guilty for thoughts you are having or feelings you're feeling, because girl, I am right there with you. Our paths might not look the same, but motherhood is a journey we can all share if we're willing to. So, look forward to coming back here weekly to get your motherhood cup filled and find a little more rest in your motherhood journey. I'll see you next time, friend. I hope you have a beautiful day. Let's meet up next week, too. Make sure to subscribe to the Resting in Motherhood podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you're listening. Want to continue this conversation? Head to the show notes for this episode at restinginmotherhood.com/podcast, or connect with me on Instagram at resting_in_motherhood.